Let me take a moment and imagine myself in the theater with my pants down to my ankles watching Superman Legacy with the Vaseline lotion right next to me and witnessing history as David Corenswet becomes the Superman that I've always wanted to see in the big screen. Now let me just take a moment and dance around my apartment butt-ass naked with my brown ass cheeks dancing to the Moonlight Mile. So some people have been utterly butthurt over my comments of me saying that I think David Corenswet will be the superior Clark Kent Superman and even better than Henry Cavill. Now, that's not a controversial statement. That is a fact. David Corenswet will be better than Henry Cavill as Clark Kent and Superman. And let me just say this, I absolutely love Henry Cavill. I love Man of Steel. It's my favorite Superman film of all time, and I thought Henry Cavill did a magnificent job in Man of Steel. However, Zack Snyder, Warner Brothers, completely let down Henry Cavill. Because let's be honest, in BVS, he was completely overshadowed by Ben Affleck's Batman, and they did not give him the best material to work with. All Henry Cavill did in BVS, which is a 3-hour Batman movie, let's be honest. Oh, it's a Batman Superman movie. It's a Man of Steel sequel. No, it's not. It's a solo Batman movie because Warner Brothers were stupid enough to absolutely rush a cinematic universe to compete with the MCU. And they knew they had a tall task ahead of them, but yet they completely just failed and fell flat on their face. And the end result was ruining Batman and Superman and Wonder Woman and Flash and Aquaman and your Justice League plans into the future. But that's a whole another story. But the most important thing is Warner Brothers completely lost faith in Henry Cavill. Because once Man of Steel did not break $1 billion, which it was never going to in the first place, they panicked and they shoehorned in Ben Affleck's Batman. And granted, no one expected Ben Affleck to be a fucking amazing Batman. Ben Affleck is my number one Batman. But you hurt Superman in the process. Superman is your golden boy. Superman is the godfather of all superheroes. He should be your main focus. And the fact that Warner Brothers just completely disrespected Henry Cavill, completely disrespected the character of Superman in favor of Batman because, you know, in their line of thinking, Batman solves everything, every little problem. Throw in Batman. Oh, the movie didn't make money? Throw in Batman. Oh, the movie underperformed? Throw in Batman. And look what happened. BVS obviously had the second, thanks to the Marvels, had the second lowest box office drop, had the highest box office drop in history. In history. Number one, Marvels took that spot. Poor MCU. They're fucking up just like the DCEU did. But you completely ruined Henry Cavill. And not only that, your first ever Justice League movie, a 4-hour Justice League movie, and Henry Cavill is in it for at least what? I'll be generous and say 10 minutes. 10 minutes tops. That's unfathomable. Like, in what world do you have a Justice League movie and Superman is barely fucking in it? You think James Gunn, Peter Safran, David Zaslav are going to make the same mistake that Zack Snyder and Warner Brothers did? Absolutely fucking not. David Zaslav, James Gunn, Peter Safran understand that Superman is your IP. Superman is your golden goose. And we have to repair Superman, the character, and the general audience's trust in rebuilding and putting that faith back in the character. Audiences want a great Superman movie. I thought Man of Steel was fantastic, but again, I'm not everyone, and you can clearly see Man of Steel was very, very divisive. The fact that you have a Superman movie, And Superman in general, the character of Superman is one of the most beloved superheroes of all time. And the fact that you made a film about Superman and people are 50-50 split on it, that's not good. That's not good at all. If you're making a Superman movie, the goal is to make sure that everyone is on board in loving this fucking movie and loving this character. People love the character. That's not the problem. It's the fucking movie. That's the problem. We haven't had a great Superman movie in God knows how long, since the fucking, in 40 years, since Christopher Reeve's 1978 Superman film. We have to fix the character. And James Gunn and Peter Safran and David Zaslav and David Corenswet are going to give us the Superman that we've always wanted. We are going to get the lovable Clark Kent, the fumbling Clark Kent, the Clark Kent that we love. And we're going to get the ultra altruistic, optimistic, loving Superman who saves cats from trees and wants to do better and wants to save the world. And it's not going to fucking brood for 3.5 hours while people hate on him. And that's what they did with Henry Cavill. Henry Cavill is such a fantastic actor, but the material that he was given in BVS was just him standing there looking sad for 3 hours. Oh, people hate me. Oh, I don't know what to do. Like, what the fuck is this? This is not Superman. Even if the entire world hated Superman, he will never fly off into isolation and just feel bad for himself. He would do everything in his fucking power to change the perception of him and save every human being on the goddamn planet despite the people hating him. That is Superman. And again, it's a different interpretation. I get it. But clearly that interpretation did not work for everyone else. And James Gunn is going to go for the more classic Superman. And David Corenswet, who absolutely loves the character of Superman and wants to go back to the hopeful, optimistic version of the character, and is just a good person who Clark Kent is at the core of his character, James Gunn, Peter Safran, David Corenswet are going to go back to that. And that's why Superman Legacy will be successful, because we're going to go back to making Superman good again. Unfortunately, Henry Cavill was just a casualty of bad creative and a studio completely losing faith in him. Again, not Henry Cavill's fault, but it is what it is. And that's why David Corenswet will excel where unfortunately Henry Cavill failed. Hit like, subscribe, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Discord, TikTok, because this is That Sheiks. Let me know in the comments below. What do you think? I think David Corenswet will be the Superman of our generation, and Superman Legacy will be a fantastic film. Mark my words. Love you all. Stay safe. Truth out.
This be ballin'!